Hey, if you're a paleo chocoholic like my paleo in a box partner in crime, Simon Lovell, then this is the recipe for you. Today we are going to go through some chocolate lovers recipe of nut and chocolate balls. So we're going to start off. What we've got is two types of nuts. Actually, you can use a lot of what you prefer in this recipe, but what I've chosen, what I like, is particularly pecans. Absolutely love these, full of essential fats and high protein, stacks of fibre. I've also got soaked almonds. This one, pecans, the main ingredient, 60 grams. This one comes in at 20 grams. Now I've also got some soaked pitted medjool dates at 180 grams. We also need 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. I've got organic here. We need 1 pinch of salt, some cacao, not cocoa powder, and some cacao nibs, not chocolate. But if you are on an extra special treat, you can use cocoa and cocoa nibs. But what you will get with this, the cacao, is the benefits of the high omega-3s and all of the antioxidant benefits. So not only is it a treat, you get some major benefits from it. So now what we're also going to use is some sort of blender. Now for me, I'm using the top of the range Vitamix. That's because I use it for blending, that's because I use it for soups, this is because I use it for so many recipes. It is expensive and it is top of the range, but you can use the smaller stuff like the smaller blenders, but you can also use these 1-cup blenders like the Kenwood Smoothie to Go and also the Magic Bullet. So what we need to do is just gradually introduce these ingredients, and remember, there's no cooking with this recipe whatsoever. It is just a raw recipe and a raw treat for you. So let's start off by removing the lid from here, and first we introduce the nuts. So for me, I've chosen the pecans and also the soaked almonds there. Let's pop the lid on, and what we're going to do is pulse this. Okay, nice. And what could be easier than that? So quick, so easy. What I like to do also is that they can get packed at the bottom of these, so I tend to just give it a little bit of a shake, and also just to remove it from the sides, just because there's a lot of oil in the nuts, so they can tend to stick to the sides. So what I do just before the next blend is just remove that and just tend to rough it up a little bit. Okay, next up, pop it back on, in goes the dates. And again, we just want to mix this one up together. This is where it starts to be sticky. And if it just sticks like that, all we need to do is just give it another little bit of a shift around. Remember, this is a raw recipe, so these things do stick together, okay? And in cooking's nothing's perfect, is it? So let's take it as it comes. Again, whack that on. Okay. Let's start adding a few more of the ingredients. We need just a teaspoon of vanilla essence there. I've got organic. Next in, a pinch of salt. And in goes 2 tablespoons of cacao powder. Okay, now I'm going to just remove that from the sides, give it a bit of a mix. Real easy. Put the lid on, give it a whisk. Let's give that another mix around. Starting to combine nicely now. Everything's getting that lovely chocolate flavour. Gorgeous. You will have to do this a few times, okay? Let's give it a bit of a mix. At this point now, what we can do is remove it from here. It's all nicely blended. and place it with nice clean hands. No chalk left after your wad. Okay, you can see it's all really well combined. What we're going to do is use our hands to really mix this up now. And again, you know, there's no cooking, so the dates are really making this kind of stick together now. Okay, and when we come to put that coconut in, it will all stick nicely to it. Now, that's absolutely perfect. Now's the time to start adding in our cacao nibs. So what we'll do is just sprinkle a few on there, roll them in, and then just like you would with dough, just start to really rotate that into that nicely. Get that all mixed all through. Don't worry about the chocolate on your hands. And again, go with a bit more. Now what we want to do is start to form a nice large ball, and now's the point we turn it into individuals. So what we want to do is tease a little kind of portion off, okay, and then turn it into, roll it between the hands, and you've got a perfect little ball there. Now what we want to do is come over to your plate of the coconut and just roll that nicely in there. Look at that, it's absolutely fantastic. Do these one at a time, really take your time, get that in there. Okay, and on they go onto the display plate. And again, just tease off a nice portion, nice roll in the hands, getting right down and dirty with it. Roll it in there. Excellent. Simon is gonna love these. Okay, again, let's keep going with these. Let's get them going really good. Let's get lots on there, speeding it up now. Rolling it in. You know what to do. You can have another little roll in the hands. Place them on. They're looking fantastic. Great for a paleo treat. Great if friends come round. Absolutely amazing. I'm getting some more coconut on there from my hands, but that's absolutely fine. Rolling it in there. That is gorgeous. Who would have believed that this, looking like that and tasting the way it's going to, could be so healthy? You've got all of that essential fats, that fibre, that protein from those nuts. You've also got the coconut with all the added benefits there. You've also got the cacao and in the form of powder and in the nibs, which gives texture, gives flavour, high antioxidants, high omega-3. You've got the vanilla essence in there, nice organic one. That gives it some great pungent flavour. These, guys, you do not need to go out and buy these things. You've seen how quickly it was for me to do this. All you need is a blender, the ingredients. It's so simple. Probably a lot of it you've got in your cupboard already. Look at these, absolutely amazing. And you can see it makes actually quite a few of these. And these are great. You can take them into work, you can hand them out to your friends, get them into the paleo lifestyle. They probably believe that you know, a diet has to be restrictive, which it absolutely does not, as you can see by these. But remember, these aren't actual snacks as such, which they could be, but they're not something you want to be having every day. These are more of a better treat for you. And there we go. We've got two more to get out of this one. Nice big roll in there. Good stuff. Looking at that. Last one. Easy. What could be easier than this? No ovens, no cooking. Raw. With all of that. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Who can argue with not wanting those in a simple recipe? It's a treat. It's a cheat, but it's a better cheat. Now, grab yourselves that ingredients, enjoy it, and you can get down and dirty with me. See ya.